Hey guys, welcome back to the Austin Lindsay channel. Today I'm in studio doing some product photography, so let me show you what we're doing today. All right, this first shot is gonna be pretty simple. It's just a GIF that rotates. The product will be this eye cream. It's in this package now. What I might do with the GIF is have the GIF opening the package and having the product come out of it. So I have a light on top, and then I have diffusers. You can get like the Lee 216 diffusers. What I'm using now are these foldable 5-in-1s. I have two of them because one of them isn't diffuse enough for me. So that is our kind of main light. It's very close to the diffuser so that you get a little bit more of a directional light. It's a little bit harder. And then I have two lights off to the side. These ones are kind of just lighting up the walls, giving me some ambient light. The stops of power isn't too big of a deal. I don't like measure them or anything. What I do is just do it by look. So if the ambient light looks too bright for the overhead, I'll turn these down. And if this is shining too bright and I'm not getting enough ambient, I'll turn these up. So it's more just to taste and not it's not measured or anything in any way. So if you're doing a lot of overhead shots, what I'd recommend is grabbing a C-stand. And they make this little clamp adapter. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll figure it out and put a link in the description. It has two slots here for C-stands. You can slide it in like that. The coolest thing about it is there's a thread for the 1/4-20 thread, if you can see this. And then there's a tightener thing, which tightens it on the camera really, really well. So you just thread this into your camera. And generally when you get it all the way into your camera, this thing kind of dangles off. But then this gray piece, you'll tighten this down and you can really crank it down and it'll hold it tight. So what I do is I like having the C-stand on the opposite side of the table that I'm working on so it doesn't get in my way. I'll put it on the far end over here, and instead of just bringing it straight down, I bring it up at an angle. That way I can look down and see the screen and the bar isn't in my way. So I tighten that on here, make sure this is on good and tight, and then it's super secure. So this runs out to Lightroom. I'm using a Tether Tools, I think, cable. You can use any standard USB cable. This is a USB micro, and it just runs into Lightroom. For this whole shoot, I'm going to be using the Nikon D610 body, and then I usually switch between three lenses: the 35, which is on here right now, a 50mm, which is what I use most of the time, and then an 85 probably when I do the other shots. Another little tip is you can get blue tack or butyl, or what we use is this cord weather stripping. It goes around the windows to weather strip it, but you can pull off little parts of it and like squish it around like blue tack. So when I'm doing these product shots and I want this product to stay steady, I put a little bit of that on there. I don't use a lot because it does leave a little bit of residue. Blue tack might be a little better. We just ended up getting this first. So when I'm doing this rotation one, I just rotate it on the tack and then it doesn't wobble all over the place. Okay, just to recap this shot, we did a GIF, and then just to get a different shot, I put this darker, cool color. It's kind of a green tealish color. And then I just did a static shot of this. What I've done is lowered this top diffuser. And if I can move this camera, you can see that the light is a lot further from the diffuser, which makes the ball of light spread out more, and it gets rid of the specular highlight on the packaging. I did a couple different groupings of this one with more angled paper, and then one with more 90-degree angles. All right, everyone, this shot is a little bit dark, but I wanted to show you the shadows. So we're trying to mimic this shot right here. And so the way I'm doing it is I have a key light right here. It's just a bare bulb. And this one is shining through this palm leaf or something. It's like just some foliage right here. It's creating this shadow in the back there behind the products. And then it's also creating a really hard light on the product as well, and giving this that really hard shadow. And then just for some fill light, I have this light right over here. It's another bare bulb, and it's bouncing off of this white wall here, which is the benefit of using small studios. You can use just white walls and make them big soft boxes for you. And it's just bouncing off there, and it's just adding some fill light right into the front of this product on the label here. The camera's right up here on a tripod. I'm using the 100mm macro lens, not for any real reason. More or less I had the 50mm on there, and I liked the angle, but it was a little bit far off, so I ended up putting on the macro lens to get in a little bit closer. So here's another dark shot. I wanted to kind of show you the lighting as well on this one. We're trying to kind of go with this type of feel, so I did this stacked product look, but I wanted a little bit different feel for the lighting. So I'll start with a key light, which is basically this light right here bouncing off of the wall. And that's lighting the front of the product. I also have this light right here, same as the last one. It's bouncing off the wall, making a big softbox basically, lighting on the left or the right side of the product. And then in the back I have this kind of kicker light, kind of for some interest. This has a snoot on it, and I think there's a 20-degree grid in there. What this is doing is it's creating this light in the back here, just kind of for some interest. And then what I've done is I've taken one of these mirrors, and with the snoot light, I'm just taking it and shining it. Maybe you can see that, yeah. I'm just shining it, reflecting some of that light from the snoot back up onto the product. All right, guys, hopefully that was entertaining and informative. I'd love if you shared this video with another photographer friend, maybe give them some ideas for their next shoot. If you guys do have any questions, leave them in the comments field. I'll do my best to answer them, and thanks everyone for watching.